evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's debate on the motion cancel culture is damaging the freedom of speech. I am Ahsan, will be your moderator for this session. From the pro side, we have Mr. Vio, and from the con side, we have Mr. Nanda. Okay, now without any further ado, let's get to the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, I am agree with the motion cancel culture is damaging the freedom of speech. By underlining some points, cancel culture is a cultural context refers to the practice of canceling support for someone or something that deemed incompatible societal values. In recent years, this phenomenon became very popular, especially on social media. It has a massive impact for the careers or the reputation for those who involved. And cancel culture have negative effects such as inhibiting the free speech or intimidating individuals for expressing their opinion freely. In some cases, cancel culture can be the tool for intimidation, and it will be repression against the individuals who hold their opinion. So, cancel culture can inhibit the discussion and increasing excessive social engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, I disagree with the motion cancel culture is damaging freedom of speech. Cancel culture can be used to promote justice and stop the behavior that is inconsistent with the societal values, such as sexual harassment or racism. By collectively punishing through social media, people can show their opposition for the inappropriate behavior, and it can stop the norm violation before they will become more severe. And the cancel culture also can help maintain the social society by stopping the behavior that could make the reputation or the values is damaging the society. Addressing the cancel culture, we can cancel support for individuals who violate the norms so that community can show that they will not tolerate if there is any inappropriate behavior. While it's true that cancel culture can be addressed to serious issues like sexual harassment or racism, but we must acknowledge its potential for overreach and abuse. Canceling someone just because accusation or different opinion will inhibit the open dialogue and discourage people from expressing their difference in opinion. This atmosphere of the fear can lead someone self-censorship, or ultimately it's restricting the marketplace of ideas that essential for a healthy democracy. For additionally, the mob of mentality often associated with cancel culture can result disappropriate consequence like ruining someone's livelihood over a just by single mistake or its misunderstanding. So we must find a balance between holding individuals accountable for harmful action and preserving our right to free speech. I think it's important to safeguard the free speech because we cannot ignore the role of social accountability in shaping the societal norms. Cancel culture serves as a powerful tool for communities to collectively collect the voice of the disapproval to the bad behavior that goes against the many shared values in the social media. By withdrawing support, we can engage individual from ignoring the harmful action, and we can send a clear message that make the inappropriate behavior can be tolerated. And more, cancel culture can prompt meaningful dialogue and encourage the education and awareness for the issues about racism or sexual harassment. Rather than just silencing our voice, it's important that we can marginalize groups to amplify their voice to fight against the equality and justice. We have heard the initial argument from both sides. We will move into the cross-examination phase. Each debater will have the opportunity to ask directly to their opponent to challenge their argument or clarify their position. Let's maintain a respectful and constructive dialogue. Proposition, you may begin with your question first. Thank you, moderator, for the opportunity. My question is, how do you respond the worry that cancel culture might stop people from saying they really thought because of they are scared being criticized or punished? Thank you. I think it's true that there is a concern about people may feeling hesitant or afraid to express their feeling or their idea because of this fear atmosphere. But it is important for us to recognize that cancel culture primarily target the behavior that didn't obey the societal values like racism or sexism. By holding this individual accountable for their action, cancel culture may foster a more inclusive and respectful environment for everyone, so that everyone feels safe to speak up or deliver their opinion without any discrimination or getting harassment. Opposition, now it's your time to ask questions to the preposition. And for the proposition, my question is, Can you give me example where is the cancel culture went too far, or cancel culture punishing individual excessively or suffering their rights while they are expressing their opinion? Yes, there have been many cases where cancel culture went too far. It's punishing the individual excessively for their past mistake or unpopular opinion. This can make the climate of fear that makes people afraid to speak out. This is stifling healthy debate and growth. And for additionally, cancel culture sometimes operates on accusation without any solid evidence. It's leading to unfair treatment. So that this is important to find a balance between holding people accountable and protecting their free speech. Okay, thank you for the question and the response. This cross-examination phase provides the further to the complexities for the issue. As we approach our end of this debate, I will conclude that the debate showed many complexities for the cancel culture that impact on the free speech. While one side highlight that the concern is about the stifling dialogue, and the other side emphasize the role in holding their individual accountable. In this debate, both sides made valid points, stressing the need for balance. Okay guys, thank you very much for the debaters and for the audience for your valuable contribution. The last I say, bye.